In 2014, two researchers asked 150 doctors, dietitians, and personal trainers one very simple question. When a person loses weight, where does the fat actually go? More than half of them said it turns into energy. That answer is impossible. It breaks the law of conservation of mass. Energy has no mass to take with it. The real answer is stranger. And once you know it, everything else about fat loss stops being confusing. Body fat is not a punishment, it is a battery. It is stored as triglyceride, 3 fatty acid chains hanging off a glycerol spine, almost entirely carbon and hydrogen with a little oxygen. A lean adult carries around 30 billion fat cells. Someone carrying more fat can have twice as many. And here is the part almost nobody knows. You do not lose them. The number is set in childhood and adolescence. After that, it barely moves. About 10% are replaced each year, and the total stays flat. Even after major weight loss, the cells shrink and the count does not change. So you never delete a fat cell, you empty it. And there is a lot in there. 1 kilogram of body fat holds roughly 7,700 calories, more than 3 full days of eating. To empty that cell, your body has to take the triglyceride apart, and to do that, it needs oxygen. 55 carbons, 104 hydrogens, 6 oxygens. Add 78 molecules of oxygen, and it comes apart into 55 carbon dioxide and 52 water. Now follow the atoms. To lose 10 kilograms of fat, you have to inhale 29 kilograms of oxygen. You produce 28 kilograms of carbon dioxide and 11 kilograms of water. 84% of the mass you lose leaves through your lungs. The other 16% leaves as water, urine, sweat, tears, breath. You do not burn fat, you exhale it. Your lungs are the main exit, which raises the obvious question. If breathing is the way out, can you just breathe more? No, breathing is the door, not the reason. Nothing leaves until something demands it. That demand has a name. Energy balance. Energy comes in as food. Energy goes out as work and heat. Store the difference or spend it. That is the entire mechanism, and there is no second one. But energy out is not one number, it is 4. Your basal metabolic rate, the cost of simply being alive, is 60 to 70% of the total. Heart, lungs, kidneys, brain. You burn most of your calories doing nothing. Digestion takes about 10%, and it is not flat. Protein gives up 20 to 30% of its own calories just being processed. Carbohydrate 5 to 10. Fat, almost nothing. Deliberate exercise for most people is the smallest slice of all. And then there is everything else you do while awake. Walking, standing, carrying, fidgeting. Scientists call it NEAT, and it is the wildest number in the whole system. In 1999, 16 volunteers were overfed 1,000 extra calories a day for 8 weeks. Their NEAT response ranged from -98 to +692 calories a day. That one variable explained a 10-fold difference in how much fat they gained. Same overfeeding, 10 times the result. So you start eating less and the scale drops 2 kilograms in a week, which feels fantastic and is mostly not fat. Your body holds around 500 grams of glycogen, and every gram of it is bound to about 3 grams of water. Cut carbohydrate and you dump both. In the first days of a hard diet, roughly 70% of what you lose is water and glycogen. Only about a quarter of it is fat. Then the water comes back and the scale appears to stop working. It did not. It was never measuring the thing you cared about. Half a kilogram of real fat costs you nearly 4,000 calories of deficit. Meanwhile, your weight can swing 2 kilograms in a day from salt, sleep, and what is still in transit. One way in is noise. The trend is the signal. That is why Nutrio draws you the line and not the dot. Now, the part the internet fights about. Which diet? In 2018, Stanford put 609 adults on either a healthy low-fat or a healthy low-carb diet for a full year. They genotyped everyone and measured insulin secretion first, expecting to find out who each diet suited. The result? No significant difference in weight loss. And neither the genes nor the insulin predicted anything. It echoed a trial from 2005 that pitted Atkins, Zone, Weight Watchers and Ornish against each other. One factor predicted who lost weight, and it was not the diet. It was how well they stuck to it. There is no magic macro. There is only the plan you are still doing in March. Which brings us to the place almost everyone actually fails. In 1992, researchers recruited 10 people who were certain they could not lose weight, even eating 1,000 calories a day. Then they measured them properly with doubly labeled water. They were eating over 2,000. They underreported their food by 47% and overreported their exercise by 51%. They were not lying. Humans simply cannot eyeball calories. The error is invisible, and it is enormous. And it is almost exactly the size of the deficit they were trying to hold. You cannot hold a deficit you cannot see, which is the entire reason logging works at all. When researchers looked, the people who logged the most were the people who lost the most. The problem was never that people do not want to track. It is that tracking used to mean weighing every ingredient and searching a database at dinner. So Nutrio does it from a photo. Point the camera at the plate. Cal reads it, names every ingredient, estimates the portions, and fills in the numbers. Seconds instead of minutes, which is the only reason anyone is still doing it in week 6. A deficit does not only take fat. Left alone, it takes muscle too, and muscle is what holds your metabolism up and makes the result look like the goal. 2 things protect it. The first is protein. 4 weeks, young men training hard in a 40% calorie deficit. The group eating 2.4 grams of protein per kilogram gained 1.2 kilograms of lean mass and lost 4.8 kilograms of fat. The group on half that protein gained almost nothing and lost less fat. Same deficit, same training. Protein also makes the deficit easier to live in. Raise it from 15 to 30% of calories, and people eat 441 fewer calories a day without being asked to. They just stop being hungry. The second thing is sleep. Same diet, same deficit, 2 weeks. Sleep 5.5 hours instead of 8.5, and the share of your loss that comes from fat falls by 55%, while lean tissue loss rises by 60%. You lose the same weight on the scale, you just lose the wrong kind. Which is why Nutrio puts protein on the same ring as calories. It is not a bonus number. It is the one that decides what you are actually losing. Here is the part the before and after photos leave out. As you get lighter, you burn less. Some of that is simple physics. A smaller body is cheaper to run. But some of it is adaptation stacked on top. 14 contestants from The Biggest Loser lost an average of 58 kilograms in 30 weeks. 6 years later, most of the weight was back, and their resting metabolic rate was still about 500 calories a day below what their size predicted. That is the extreme end of a real effect. It is not a reason to give up. It is a reason to expect the target to move, so your plan has to move with it. And no, you do not get to choose where it comes off. 7 ab exercises 5 days a week for 6 weeks. No change in abdominal fat. Spot reduction is not a thing, so strip it back. Here is what is left. 1. A deficit you can actually hold. Around 0.5 to 1% of your body weight a week. Athletes losing 0.7% a week gained lean mass and got stronger. The group losing twice as fast did neither. 2. Protein first, every meal before anything else. 3. Sleep like it is part of the diet, because the evidence says it is. 4. Move more, not just harder. Walking beats the workout more often than anyone wants to hear. 5. Measure it. Not forever, just long enough to stop being wrong by 300 calories a day. Be patient with the arithmetic. The old 3,500 calories a pound rule assumes your body never adapts, and it does. Real change lands about halfway in a year and takes roughly 3 years to fully arrive. Fat loss is not a sprint you win, it is an average you hold. Holding an average is a boring skill. It is also the whole game. Nutrio logs a meal from one photo. It tracks your protein, water, training, and weight trend. Every Sunday, Cal tells you the one thing to change. You already understand how fat loss works. Now, you just have to see the number.